Hi everyone, welcome to the Korero Solutions YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about how to get those difficult employees and people on board and setting off to help you with achieving your goals. Alright, so we have a goal, we have a vision, we are ready to move forward, and hold up, someone doesn't like what we're doing. Alright, so first step. We need to leverage those cheerleaders. There's always people in the organizations that are gung-ho. They are on your team. They are ready for change and they want to move forward with you. Grab onto those people and hold on, because they are the ones that are going to get things done, and they are the ones that are going to help you sell that change to everyone else. So rely on them. A lot of these people often are the ones that don't stop putting their hands up, and they're always out socializing with everyone else, and these are the people that you want to get into your party, and you want to sell them on the idea. You want them to fully understand how this is going to benefit them and the company and their coworkers and move everything forward and make life so much better. So get those people in your corner, and they will help convert those middle people that are on the fence. All right, so we've taken care of the cheerleaders. They are on board. They are running forward and grabbing people along the way. All those fence sitters, they're pulling them off. And then we have those people that are behind the fence. They are not moving. They are not interested in what you are selling. No way, no how. Why? Why aren't they? Slow down for these people. Take a minute and find the best way to start communicating with them. Whether that's as a group, whether that's one-on-one, whether that's speaking to other people that can have those communications with them and those conversations with them. There's a reason that they don't want this change. No matter how good, no matter how bad, there's something going on for them that's making them not want to get on board. So what is it? Your job is to figure that out. You need to ask the hard question that nobody wants to hear. What is the problem with this vision? What is the problem with the plan? Lots of times people have history that is preventing them from jumping onto this change. It can be that, yeah, you know what? We've seen the company go through this change 5 or 6 times, so we're just going to hang back and wait for you to cruise along, and we'll wait for everything to blow up in your face, and we'll be here to pick the stuff up when it's done. Oh, that's interesting. I got some questions for that. What happened? Where did things go wrong? Why didn't this change work out? There's so many fantastic questions that you can ask this group to figure out how to solve these problems so that you don't repeat the same mistakes. They could be totally terrified of what it's going to look like for them, and they are not buying what you are selling. So figure out what impact this change is going to have on them that they do not want to happen. They are not going to go without kicking and screaming. Figure out what that is for them. If people do not feel safe, if people don't feel like their lives are going to be better at the end, you will not get them on board. If they think this is just going to be more work, less pay, more time, and just draining for them, they're not going to become one of those cheerleaders, and you're probably not even going to get them on the fence with this. So take the time to figure out what is going on for them. If they're afraid that by going through this and doing something like automation, they're going to be let go and they're basically just working themselves out of a job, you need to have a plan in place for showing them how this is actually going to benefit them. Are you addressing training them for new positions? Are you actually looking at having them stay with your company or referring them to another company? Their livelihoods probably rely on having this position. So what are you doing to ensure that they are safe, they are protected? Because at the end of the day, most people care far more about themselves and and their families or them as an individual than they do about the company. It's about, it can possibly be about the greater good, but if they don't align themselves to that vision and see the change that it is going to make for them personally or for what they view as their purpose, they're not going to get on board with making this change. So your job is to find a way to align them to that this will fulfill a purpose of theirs. This will fulfill a vision that they have. This will fulfill something in their lives that is not currently being fulfilled. So figure out what that is, leverage that in order to get them on your team and to pull them forward. If you've done all of this, if you have addressed their concerns, if you have removed these obstacles, realize that some people will just never be on board. We'll talk more about that. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and then we're going to keep moving on. All right, so these people not willing to budge, not willing to move with you. You need to make a determination. Is it more important to have them on your team, no matter how much they hate this and no matter how much energy it takes you to drag them along this change? Or is it time to cut them loose? Now, one of the things that I hear so often is how much people hate firing people. And guys, I get it. I've been there. I hate firing people. I feel like I haven't done my job. And sometimes maybe I've hired the wrong person and everything seemed to be going right and the interview went fantastic, or this person's been working for me for years. What's going on? We just don't align anymore. It's okay. It happens. Have a conversation with that person that, you know, this is the direction that we need to move. And if I've done all of this stuff, we've removed the obstacles, we've discussed what this is going to look like going forward, we've tried to align it, and there's just a fundamental difference between where we're going and the way this company is and where you are at, we'll find a way to find something for you, and maybe it's time to just part ways. It's okay. They'll get over it. Your company will recover. Find a way to move forward and help that person into the next stage of their career by being a reference for them, or referring them to someone else, or letting them know, I would like to keep you, but with this and us not aligning, it's not a good fit anymore. All right, guys, it was the hard part. You let the person go. Now you need to pick back up, re-rally the troops, and move forward. Embrace those people that are still in your corner. They're still on your team. Keep the momentum going. Make sure that they know that you guys are in this together. You are on the team. If people have concerns about why that person was let go, address them. And don't take shots at the other employee. Make sure that you're being extremely civil about what went down. Make sure that you do keep things confidential that need to be confidential, as their story is not yours to share. Address the concerns that those people that are coming to you about that employee that was let go, make sure that their concerns are addressed. They don't want that happening to them because they've seen Bob, sorry Bob, I'm going to use your name as the generic name here. They saw Bob complaining in the lunchroom and trying to tell his friends, don't move forward. I saw this happening last time. And now all of a sudden, Bob's no longer with the company. Bob can do a couple things here. Bob can go around and tell everyone that you fired him and how dare you, and this company is just going down. Address the concerns of the employees that are still here without addressing Bob. Nobody needs to know what went on behind closed doors, but let them know we're not looking at doing layoffs. If you're not looking at doing layoffs, of course. You want to keep them there. You want to move forward. And how can we address making this a positive work environment going forward? So make sure not to throw Bob, under the bus. But you also need to make sure to still address the concerns that the other employees have in order to keep them on your team and keep the positive outlook and vision going forward. All right. So for comments today, we would love to hear about one of the most difficult changes that you just were so resistant to at work, but it actually wound up being a good thing. Or even in life, sometimes we really resist those changes, those life circumstances, and then they turn out okay. So make sure to leave a comment below as to what that challenge was and how it turned out for you. All right, guys, thanks. We'll see you next time.